I reviewed a lot of unique games, and you know what a shocking number of them have in common? The companies who made them wound up working on Call of Duty games. No, really, it's like a blood sacrifice to keep the franchise alive. Darkwatch was made by High Moon Studios, which has been stuck on Call of Duty since Advanced Warfare. It's especially tragic because High Moon barely got a chance. Darkwatch is their only original IP. They did some Transformers games, that Deadpool game, which I liked back in the day, and boom, Infinite Spiraling Void. Well, that didn't sit right with me. This game looked cool, so let's give it a fair shot. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe, thank you. Darkwatch is a first-person shooter where you become a vampire and have to shoot through undead hordes to break your curse. I knew nothing about this game. I thought it was Victorian London, but I'm getting the Wild West themes. Okay, so there's gonna be a train at some point. Oh, there it is! We play an outlaw named Jericho, because of course we do. He needs to rob one last train to prevent his orphanage from closing down. Nah, I'm kidding, he just wants the money. Unfortunately, he picked the one train carrying Lazarus the vampire, who turns Jericho. A member of Darkwatch, some secret organization of monster hunters, is also on the train and helps us get our bearings. This level... hold on. There. Your basic just a sec. Okay, no, this isn't working. This game feels really bad. I'll admit I'm spoiled by modern controls, but the movement and aim feel jagged. If you try and move in a diagonal line or a curve, it feels like this or this. After some fiddling, I get into combat and almost die to the first zombie. Let's hope I get used to it later. We also have a melee attack, crouch, and jump, so we have no issue pursuing Lazarus, who proves too strong. Our Darkwatch friend, Big Boss. She tells us to call her Boss, but her name is Cassidy, because of course it is. The Wild West famously only had 4 names: Jericho, Bill, Cassidy, and Jane.
My name is not Jane. My name is Peggy, and I love meat.
We need to reach a Darkwatch hideout, so we flee. On a sick fucking Ghost Rider horse! It's a turret sequence, but pretty fun. Next, Jericho unlocks his outlaw vision, which shows him unattended valuables in his area. The zombies now get guns, but we get dynamite. I'm okay with this. We cut through the catacombs where we get some new guns and learn our double jump, which is insanely floaty. There's also a crossbow, but how's a crossbow gonna compare to guns? That's rather nice. Wait, good and evil? Does this game have multiple endings? I was not prepared for this, but you know what? I never do this, so let's be evil. Good and evil choices grant XP that unlocks good and evil powers, which you can have both of. The first evil power just boosts melee damage, but... Ramona? For the last time, it was a fling! Leave me alone! We make it to the next passageway, but we are overcome by the glory of Christ and have to pray, while Cassidy... Oh fuck, she's dead! Wow, that happened fast! If I knew she was gonna die this early, I wouldn't have made that butt joke earlier. I'm sorry. But I'm also thirsty. We get knocked into the mine tunnels for another level, which has more interesting terrain for our double jump. The pieces aren't clicking, but they are moving closer together. Some of these sections require you to trigger dynamite, so you can ignore the enemies and go straight for the objective. No joke, speedruns of this game might be kinda cool. At the end of the mines, Jericho tries to quench his thirst with water, but throws it up. I once saw a European react the same way from drinking non-sparkling water. What a freak. Speaking of freaks, Cassidy returns as a naked ghost lying come hitherly on a bed of skeletons. You know Force ghosts normally wear clothes, right? Her ghost is now our Cortana, telling us what to do next, which is kill more zombies. This arena fight is pretty cool. I see the vision. The slow, floaty jump over enemies or past flying enemies. If the aim was better, it would have a similar appeal to Max Payne. We need to reach Darkwatch HQ, so we do another horse level where we destroy an armored train. You know, if I had a pistol that destroyed trains, maybe I also would be a train robber. As you'd imagine, Darkwatch isn't happy seeing a vampire show up on their front door. General Cartwright decides to test us because he magically knows everything that's going on. It's a series of combat trials, but holy shit, look at this! These banshees usually float around slowly, but this one is moving in uppercase. The aim is so unwieldy that I run out of ammo and die. Next attempt, the banshees are normal again, so what the fuck? This level proves this game works best in caves. The big open areas and floaty jump stuff would only be cool with better controls. Regardless, we pass and get accepted into Darkwatch. Finally suited up, man, Jericho looks stupid. They give us a new sexy woman in black leather, you know, because we took such good care of our last one. It's like that old Twitter post about a guy buying a new cat whenever coyotes killed the old one. We're just feeding sexy women to the vampires. New partner's name is Sydney Savage. Oh, wrong footage. Her name is Tala. Cause I ain't no hollaback girl, cause I ain't no hollaback. But she is. She is a hollaback girl. And not just her, we can now have allies during fights. They are way better than us since they can hit their shots. We unlock our second evil power, which is mind control, so I switched to earning good XP. Also, it's my job now. In this level, I finally pinpointed an issue I've been having. The camera controls like an Etch-a-Sketch, but more than that, the camera is zoomed too far. I got lost in a small house multiple times. The same small house, mind you. Even if it is first person, it could be pulled back quite a bit so I could actually see something other than my crossbow. Not that there's much to see, the game's graphics are miserably gray. Everything looks the same, so you easily get caught or slip on tiny pieces of geometry. Thankfully we have those horse levels, so I'm confident the game won't do that thing every PS2 game does and have a terrible driving level. Fuck. Do I even say anything? It's really bad. Back at Sanctuary, we can walk around, accept the next mission, and pick out a starting weapon.
Women ain't got no place in the Darkwatch, but for you, I can make an exception.
Who? Me? You mean her, right? Right? This next level also sucks. It takes place during the day, and if you're in direct sunlight, you lose your overshield, vampire powers, even your double jump. So it's a slow, careful crawl. Hey, wanna see my Bear River Massacre reenactment? The next level is just a Coliseum fight. The next level is where things get interesting. You and some troops have to defend a saloon, which is fine until these fucking bomb chews start appearing. You know what these are? Normal enemies carrying bombs that have clipped through the floor for some reason. Not a major issue actually, except this game likes to fuck you over by spawning enemies right next to you after cutscenes. Instant death. Thank God I've been leveling good, as I just unlocked the Mystic Armor power. Easily the best. It tanks so much damage, you're basically invincible while it's active. Unfortunately, Tala is definitely evil, as she lets her troops massacre the civilians, which we get blamed for. And she's gonna get away with it too, because she gives us some rain sex. As a ruse to tempt Jericho into turning her, you idiot! This is why you wait until marriage. Well, next level... Oh no. Turns out I gave myself a heart attack for nothing. I just needed to update my emulator to fix a loading bug, so back on train track, Tala immediately betrays Darkwatch and floods HQ with monsters. I was expecting this, but I expected her to wait more than 10 minutes after getting vampire powers.
I played you, Jericho, and you gave me what I wanted.
Yeah, well, you gave me what I wanted, so shut up. We have to clear out the base, which has way too many of those exploding enemies, and make it to the treasure vault, but we're too late as Lazarus grabs the artifact that makes him immune to the sun. This leads to the first boss fight, and it's kinda fucking rad. Lazarus is always flying and raining down projectiles, so we need to keep moving. We fly onto the rooftops to grab guns, and glide around this shanty town dodging magic. It hasn't been important till now, but while doing the floaty jump, you can press X again to slam straight down, so you do have some control. Good fight, and here is the only decision that actually matters. Everything else was to unlock powers. This determines our ending. Since Darkwatch is basically destroyed, I'd be unopposed as the new Vampire King. Yeah, evil! The ghost of Cassidy leaves us, but Tala comes crawling back. Typical gold digger. And that's not misogynistic, this is the Wild West. I am calling her a prospector. We need to go to an evil temple, so we hijack a train. It's weird the monsters still attack us, but the Darkwatch grunts are still on our side, so fair's fair. We rush through the burning remains of Deadfall City and reach the evil-ass altar where we can gain more evil-ass power. But we aren't alone. Cassidy returns as an angel to stop us with another really good boss fight, even if it is a repeat of Lazarus. All of the attacks are well thought out and have clear counters. You can destroy the projectiles, lightning, run to the side, AoE, run straight back. Plus, there are lots of sources to replenish your health.
You monster!
Oh, hey, that wasn't mine. I didn't put that there. Cassidy talks throughout the fight, and at one point she says,
You chose Tala over me? Are you insane?
implying the good and evil routes are tied to romance options like in Infamous 2, but they really aren't. You bang Tala no matter what, and even after beating Cassidy, achieving the evil ending, yeah, no. Also, you're wasting a lot of blood, suck harder. Evil prefers to rule alone, but I more interpret this as, hey, we're still young, let's enjoy the bachelor life for a century or so. The end. Or is it? Yes, it is. I checked and the good route has you fight Tala instead of Cassidy, but it's the same fight, so I don't feel a need to do it. I enjoyed that quite a bit, which is weird. I mostly have criticisms of the game. I think it's because the game is so casual. The clunky aim and shallow mechanics aren't enough to hinder your enjoyment of blasting skeletons with a shotgun. Now, if this was even one difficulty higher, oh yeah, abysmal dog shit, but we aren't talking about that. It's got a good amount of ambition, but not enough to weigh the game down. One detail I really like is that the AI behaves differently at low HP. That's what that Banshee was doing earlier, which was a bad example, but normal enemies just zigzag at you, it's funny. And while the aim still felt bad, I learned to compensate, mostly by smacking enemies to death. The melee attack is quite strong, the powers aren't bad either, though I never got that force lightning I wanted. So, yeah, this is not the kind of game that should doom a company to purgatory. A Darkwatch 2 or another original IP could have been something, but even this is a good legacy for High Moon. I know a lot of companies that made worse, but I'm still glad this game is kinda short. Okay, fine, I'll play the clip one more time. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, a like and subscription means a lot, and if you didn't like it, well, why the hell not? You better comment and tell me. Anyways, take care.